Emily had already lost count of how many times she had patched Ryan's pants. She had just washed and hung up his shirt, and now the knee of his pants was torn again. She lowered her head and stitched it up, one stitch after another, as if she were trying to mend this life that never seemed to get better. The coffee was bubbling on the stove, and she packed his lunch into a plastic container and gently placed it by the door so Ryan could take it with him on his way out. Their home was small, just 2 old rooms with unpainted walls and a fan that made more noise than breeze, but Emily always found a way to make it feel like they were somehow getting by. During the day, after dropping their son Lucas off at school, she would carry a tray of hand pies to the bus station and walk under the hot sun selling them with a tired smile. Some people bought from her because they were hungry, others because they felt sorry for her, and she thanked them all the same. That evening when she came home, she found Ryan sitting at the door with his head down, saying the motorcycle had broken down again. Emily said nothing. She simply went into the room, opened the metal box where they kept their savings, and counted the bills one by one. It still was not enough. In the end, she sold the thin bracelet her mother had left her just to cover the repair. She lived like that for many years. Ryan kept changing jobs, kept complaining about life, saying school had been useless and that they would never get ahead. Every single time, Emily was the one holding him up. She cleaned other people's houses during the day, took cake orders at night, slept very little, worked herself to exhaustion, and still kept telling him that things would get better. Later, Ryan finally got a job at a large company in the city. At first, he came home happy every day, telling her about big offices, glass elevators, and all those respectable meetings. Emily listened with pride, believing that after all those years, their suffering was finally about to pay off. But the change came quiet. First, he started stepping away to answer phone calls. Then he began coming home later and later. After that, even her cooking, the music she played, and the clothes she wore started to annoy him. Then Sophia appeared, and everything changed for good. At first, it was only a name he mentioned too often. Then it became another whole world hanging from Ryan's lips. Sophia understood the company. Sophia had taste. Sophia had class. After that came the smiles at his phone and the late-night messages. Emily also tried to improve herself. She straightened her hair, took out the wine-colored dress she had kept hidden away for years, and put on a little makeup in front of a cracked mirror. But when Ryan saw her, he only smiled with mockery and asked if she was trying to compete with the young girls from the office. The words cut deeply, but Emily said nothing. The most painful day came when Ryan got promoted. Emily had been busy since early morning. She made lasagna, bought a big bottle of soda, and even laid a clean tablecloth on the table. Lucas was so excited, thinking the 3 of them were finally going to celebrate together. But that evening, when Ryan walked out wearing a new shirt, expensive cologne, and polished shoes, he calmly said he was going to a company dinner. Emily froze for a moment and said that she and Lucas would hurry and get ready too. But Ryan cut her off impatiently. "Emily, you don't belong in that kind of place." In that moment, the room fell completely silent. Lucas sat at the table and asked softly, "Why can't we go?" Ryan did not even look at him. He only said, "The people there are different." Just then, a car horn sounded outside. Emily looked out the window and saw Sophia sitting in a beautiful car, smiling with calm confidence. Emily felt her chest turn cold and asked quietly, "Are you going with her?" Ryan picked up his coat and only said, "Don't start." Then he walked out without looking back. Emily stood there, looking at the steaming food on the table and at the son who was still waiting to celebrate with his father, and finally understood that some things were never coming back. She did not cry right away. First, she put the food away, then she got Lucas to sleep. Only when she returned alone to the kitchen and saw the candles she had lit did she finally break down. She cried for all the mornings that began before sunrise, for all the days she sold hand pies under the burning sun, for the moment she sold her mother's bracelet, and for the man she had helped build with her own hands, only for him to begin despising the woman who had stayed beside him through his worst days. Later, Emily finally understood that Ryan had not betrayed only her. He had also betrayed the version of himself that had struggled beside her, because she reminded him of crowded buses, unpaid bills, worn-out shoes, and nights without dinner. She was the woman who had stayed through the process, while Sophia appeared only after everything had already been built. The cruelest kind of person in this world is not the one who forgets you. It is the one who, the moment they finally become somebody, first tries to get rid of the person who saw them at their lowest.